sadly, you're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Chiefs going up against the Browns. With that, let's get up to Cleveland. We're standing by our Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Let's meet the offensive starters, and let's discuss Corey Coleman, first wide receiver drafted out of last year's class.
And there was a reason for that. When you watched his tape, when you watched his games, you saw his explosiveness and ability to play the ball in the air downfield. Don't get hung up on the fact he only ran 4 routes at Baylor. Just coach him up and turn him loose.
And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Eric Berry's the textbook definition of ball-hawking safety. You name it, he can do it on the football field.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
When you hear screen, screen, screen on defense, that's a little bit scary because you know a big play might result.
He was so ready to get to part 2 of the screen, he forgot part 1, couldn't get the ball. Fielded at the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Time to tighten up the seatbelt just a little bit, partner, because that was a safety that crashed in there and made that play behind the line of scrimmage. How about that pursuit?
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's going to air one out. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And this will be taken at the 13. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Melvin Gordon, 87 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Fielded about a yard deep. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now Thomas. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, this is going to sound a little strange, but that was a really nice effort because he broke a tackle and almost sprang free, but it still ended up with a loss of yardage. The defense won that battle.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Now let's go!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
Kenny Vaccaro is an excellent player. Can cover in the slot, but his best attributes, tackling people and rushing the quarterback.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. On third down. He'll drop to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Now back to throw. That's caught at the 3. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jace Amaro, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is Gordon on the dump off. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Now Gordon on first down. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Try and start this drive in the air. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. 2nd and goal, defense, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Spencer Ware, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
Looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down.
Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. He finds Coleman. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the 1st down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Here we go now.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a gain there of 11 yards.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating 1st downs and moving the ball downfield.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll look to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and now it's 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. Thomas, the intended target. And that brings up 4th down. Travis Coons on now for the Browns field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Coons connects on this one. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Try the end around. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They pitch it out to Johnson. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Here's Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Well, after getting the ball in prime position to score after a fumble recovery, you think you're in a great spot. But the defense on the field is saying not so fast, and they've held firm on the first 2 plays.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to wind up and air it out. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Shift together here from the D-line.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They send Thomas out to the right by himself.
Let's go to 319. 319.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
10 yards to go on 3rd. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. He'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And the offense in that middle ground here on third down, 3rd and 5. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw again. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They send Thomas out to the right by himself. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll go down at the 28. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's got his man on the out route. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down, he'll drop to throw it. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dontari Poe in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Travis Coons on now for the Browns field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the 2nd quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense.
No. Check. Patriot.
They come up in an offset eye.
Here we go. Green. Over.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, a 22. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Thomas. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. D'Anthony Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So pass interference, partner, with all the rule changes, it is hard to be a defender in the pass game.
Brandon, is tough in college. It's a lot harder in the NFL. You can't touch them after 5 yards downfield. You can't touch them while the ball's not in the air. You can't touch them at all until the ball is at the receiver's hands. Very difficult to be a defender in today's NFL.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Johnson running right. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This is taken around the 12. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Second down following the run.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing. Detroit. Detroit.
They're going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now let's go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's caught by Coleman. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
5 yards to go for the offense. First down and goal from that 5-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They come out here in the eye.
Green 39. Green 39. Now let's go. Green 39. Leopard.
And from the 3 now, it's second and goal. Now Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Their big tight end. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have retaken the lead. And he's a reliable target. He's more than that, though. Hey, look, I'm not going to say he's the best tight end in the league, but he's solid.
Yeah, because he's able to block, and that's almost a lost art for a number of the tight ends in the league now because the most popular guys are almost what we call move tight ends, more like receivers. But those guys who can do it all, there's still a place for them in the NFL.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ten yards still left on second down. Looking to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on fourth down. Here's Tom Hackett now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They send Thomas out to the right by himself.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, look at 56. All right, now, look at 56. Detroit. Detroit.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Seven yards to go on second down. They'll run it with Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Going left side here, and it's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go, Detroit. 52. Here we go, Philly. Here we go. 39.
And the play clock's running down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
They'll drop the throw. Screen play, Johnson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They run with Thomas. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Let's go. Green, 39. Back 99, Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
We've got a 3rd and 11.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39. 99, Philly. Here we go. Detroit.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Tom Hackett now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Johnson, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. A couple of cheats there to bring him down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete. He was looking for Devin Smith that time. And it's 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Yards remaining now on 2nd down.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They come up in an offset eye. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their heads.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Eight yards still remaining here on 3rd down. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Coons connects on this one. It's good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's back to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had it.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And the back goes into motion. And they're going to go soft on the corners. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
You got to give some credit there. Able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw here. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And now they're in the hurry-up. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Cleveland, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Washington Redskins come to town. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.